of Christy's from Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches Series 5. Down below you will find the links, of course, to Christy's channel and to my other lovely scrappy friends that are participating. Crystal, by the way, I just have to say this because if you've been missing Crystal's videos, you really need to go and watch them. And sometimes I have to watch her videos twice because I watch them once for the actual process and the layout, and then I watch them again for the voiceover. I just love, she has me giggling, and in this time we need giggles. I just love her videos. So Crystal, Shannon, Daisy, and Jennifer over on Instagram. So here we go. Now this sketch today is from Citrus Twist, blogspot.com, and I had a ball with this one. I just went to town and enjoyed myself tremendously. I did quite a few things that are true to the sketch, and then I went a little bit haywire on other areas, but I just love the outcome. So I was using this dark brown cardstock, and here I am using, so this I think I did fairly early on because I was back in the freeze. I was talking about some lovely Bow Bunny, an older Bow Bunny, I think Saturday Market collection that I was using. And then some of the 6x6 papers that I had dug out on my desk. And that's what this layout uses. So this may have been one of the first layouts that I did for this series. True to form, when I use cardstock, I like to either do a little bit of stitching, outlining, inking, or some mixed media. And I took this area here to be mixed media. Now, maybe it's just polka dotted pattern paper, but I took it to be mixed media. So I went into my stash and I got my lovely Paige Evans, sort of like little bubble circle stencil. The Paige Evans stencils are awesome. I have 6 of them. The first 6 that she came out with, I don't know if she came out with any more. Since I started the spending freeze. I'll have to go and see, but I love her stencils. And then I went into my stash to get out the Heidi Swap gold metallic texture paste, which I had hardly used. I got this way back in the Freckled Fawn mixed media kit. I think they only ever did the one. Tracy from Mercy Tiara had designed with them a mixed media kit, and I think they only ever released the one. And this was part of it. So this is maybe, I don't know, 3 years ago already now, or maybe even more. Anyway, so I dug that out. So I replicated the mixed media that I had here, but I brought it down underneath the photo block as well. Oh, look, I didn't glue that down. We'll have to take care of that. Then I decided over on this side, I wanted a much larger area and block, so I did some mixed media here down at the bottom, here at the top, so that it would frame that. And then this little top part here may just be a border strip, or I'm not quite sure, but I did it with a little bit of mixed media as well. So that sort of gives me some mixed media in 3 places. That is the first thing that I did. And then I got my photo block, fairly true to the sketch itself. I only have the one photograph. It's a much smaller photograph. I think this might be, I don't even know, it's 3. I think it's maybe 2.5, 2 3/4 by maybe 4.5 or so. And this is a crazy photo. This is a photo from last winter, not this winter, but last winter, when we had a crazy amount of snow. We had one of the highest snowfalls that we had ever had. And almost every day on the news, they were telling people, get out there, do your roofs, do your roofs. And in particular, commercial areas, because the steel, whatever it is that holds up the roof are further apart in commercials, and they don't hold up quite as well. So get out there and do your roofs. And this was a walk on the way back from my mom's. My mom lives about a little over 2 kilometers from me, so it's a really good walk. This sort of convenience store had been here forever. I don't know whether you can see that photo close up if I'm doing that well, but that had been there forever. And lo and behold, the roof collapsed. Now, luckily, there was nobody there. Nobody got injured, but unfortunately, that building has now been razed completely, and that store no longer is. Use my pattern paper here in the back. I've got this little banner piece. Then there were a few stars, so I decided to put a few more. So I added a little bit of a star here on foam. My photo block is flat to the paper. And then, as I mentioned over on this side, I wanted my sort of cluster here to go up and extend. To my eye, that's a lot more pleasing. This whole area, empty area here, was sort of a little jarring to my eye. So I went here, and instead of going with tags, I went with banners, and I like to overlap them a little bit. So just some 6x6 papers that were on my desk that I cut into banner shapes that I put the way they have them here, and then I layered these two on top and this little tiny gold one because it goes beautifully. It's a little glittery and goes with the texture paste. I then did add the stars here. I have the larger one here, or the medium size, which is a punch popped up on foam. I did pop a little tag shaped bit in here, a couple more stars, and then just one little enamel dot here because I wanted something in the middle, and I didn't want to put a 4th star. I need to have my odd numbers. And then over on this side, as I said, I took this and I did mixed media, and then I did sort of do some little tag shapes here with a little extra, because I had originally shaped these as tags, and then I decided I didn't like it, so I cut that off and did the banner shapes. So I put those little cutoffs just up here because I thought it finished it off, finishes my little corner. There you go. Helen has got me doing that on pretty much every layout now, and filling my sides, and put another little star. And then my title here is just Oi, because when I saw that walking back, that is exactly what I went, Oi. And it was funny because just the day before, I had been talking to my nephew about our store and our little strip mall, and I said, have you been on to the owner of the building to make sure that our roof is taken care of? And just the day after, so I said, which is why I took the picture, I sent him that picture, and I said, just in case you need to send it somewhere. And here I decided that I felt like filling in that area and filling it in with journaling strips, which is pretty much the story I've already told you. And the roof caved in due to snow. We had a record-breaking snowfall in 2019, the early part. And as we got closer to spring, the snow was very heavy. Everywhere on the news, we were cautioned to clean roofs, particularly commercial strip malls. It's a shame, as this dépanneur has been there for so many years, and the whole building has now been razed. Thankfully, there were no injuries. So there you go. That is my day 10. Make sure you pop on down below again, as I said, and go see what all my lovely friends were up to. And journaling, tell me, do you on your pages, are you a heavy journaler? Do you sort of do your pages, and then at the end of the month, like I know some people do, try and sit down and do all your journaling? Do you do it as you go? Do you cringe at journaling? Are you not a journaler? Which is perfectly fine if you're not. So tell me, talk to me about your journaling habits, and we will be back, and we will see you all here again tomorrow for day 11. Thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Bye.